Hey, story fans, it's your old pal, Writing Ref. I don't hate, I just officiate your favorite trailers. Now, I'm a writer with over 20 years of experience, and I love breaking down stories, be they movies, video games, or books, and try to help authors and storytellers get a better idea of what constitutes good storytelling and what deserves a penalty. But I don't normally do trailers because they're not really full of story. But in this case, I've been told the trailer for Andor is a really good one to review. So we'll react to it, and then after that, we will break down some story predictions, and if I think the season 2 of Andor is going to have any penalties. And we'll do that right now.
Attack me with all your strength.
I mean, the best parts about Star Wars is there is no good or evil.
All we need to win are the fellas in this room right now.
Ooh, so
We're in a war. You
why
wanna
rock
fight,
and roll? I don't.
or you want to win?
We're continuing to do not Star Wars music.
Last night a dream
Uh,
that the world had turned around. All our hopes have come to be.
okay,
Revolution starts now.
I don't need the magazine things.
What a swell party this is.
Yay! Yay, X-Wings. I mean, it's catchy, and I love every shot, but alright.
Remember this moment. You're here, you're right here, and you're ready to fight.
Okay, well, we'll watch that again, piece by piece, without the music, and try to piece together some story. But my initial reaction is, looks great. Concerned that one of the big criticisms of the first season was, hey, this is good, but it's missing something that Star Wars has. And it is one of the best Star Wars things out there. But advertising it with magazine clips, but maybe they've been having such not good success that they feel like they have to do that. Hey, remember this show is good? Let's come watch the show that's good. Anyway, let's review. So the song in this is The Revolution Starts Now by Steve Earle. Has this album cover. Seems to be 7 years old. A lot of you might be familiar with it. I wasn't, but it sounded like a revolutionary type rock and roll song. And that's how this trailer starts out. And you got Andor walking there, and explosions, so he's doing some rebellion stuff. They got him walking again down a hallway that looks like the hallways on Camino, but Camino is destroyed, but it has that aesthetic. And you have electrocution. Then another dude walking down a hallway. A lot of walking down hallways to start. Shoots a guy. This almost looks like the Resistance base. Well, but no, it's not. It's got a Yavin. Okay, and then he's talking to someone about fighting. And then we're running through a field, Elphaba style. And he's being chased by stormtroopers. So some planets in the Star Wars galaxy have farms. It's nice. We're flying a TIE fighter. Okay, so he's got to steal a TIE fighter on that same field planet and blows up a truck. And this is what it just... you don't got to do this. But somebody thought they had to. Probably Kathleen Kennedy. I don't know. We aren't reading Rolling Stone magazine. We aren't reading the back of a book, but they're trying everything they can. There's Forrest Whitaker He's back in his. This time he's in his whole Rogue One garb. Okay, so we're gonna get a lot closer to Rogue One. And there's Mon Mothma. This is one of the best parts of this character. Makes it feel like Star Wars to me, for a lot of reasons. It's the politics of Star Wars. That's what this show gets right, is the politics of Star Wars. Not necessarily the mythology, but you don't always have to be about the mythology. Sometimes somebody can understand the politics of the situation and write a good story. I think it's much harder to write a story concerning the mythology of Star Wars, which is where the Acolyte failed. And cool guys always walk away from explosions. Okay. Cool girls. All right, we have Krennic. Krennic is back. Good to see him. Death Star being built. We got a dead rebel. Dead rebel. X-Wings taken off. This has got to be Saw Gerrera's group. Okay, we have dead civilians and soldiers. We have this girl that is Mon Mothma's cousin. She finally meets up with Andor. Again. Got some... For those... Let's go back. We have this girl, Miss Nazi. Okay, these guys look like SEAL Team 6 stormtroopers. Very interesting. Okay, we've got her, we got him. So Krennic's gonna do more. We got a cool TIE fighter thing. We got some dance. We got a dancing scene. Those are always good in Star Wars. We got some hyperspace, and this Rogue One introduced this camera shot, and so they're using it again. I like that a lot. You got K2SO. You got Imperials doing Imperials. You got Hugs. You got Revolution. You got a tank. You got this weirdo who simps after Nazi blonde lady. And then action. We got TIE fighter. That scene. He's gonna steal that TIE fighter. We got annoying mom and Forrest Whitaker doing. Now he's before his need for his breathing apparatus. So we're gonna see what causes him to need the breathing apparatus. And then we have title card. And then we get a little cheeky smile, because there's something about a rogue with a cheeky smile in Star Wars. You gotta have that. He pulls it off almost as good as Harrison Ford and Han Solo is. What is this? What is this story? Where's the normal? The normal starts out going down hallways a lot, right? The inciting incident. What's the inciting incident? There's gotta be... So, last season, Andor really decided to join the rebellion. So he's going to be doing that for a little bit. That's going to be in the normal. Here he is with the rebellion. We're in a war. We're fighting a war. What's going to be the inciting incident on the show? Is it this TIE fighter incident? Maybe he's not really fighting... Maybe he's not really willing to do the dirty work until, they're starving people or something, and he's got to steal a TIE fighter. Seems like it comes later in the show. You have Mon Mothma. You have this Mon Mothma and this character, who's a fantastic character, had the best speech in any media for a long time. This seems like part of the normal. Maybe they're on Coruscant, blowing stuff up. This might be the inciting incident, where we got rebel factions fighting against rebel factions. That's what I think's going on here. You got a dead rebel, and so this is where we're going to see why Forrest Whitaker's group isn't trusted so much. And maybe that's the inciting incident. Andor's got to do something about both the Empire and the bad rebel faction, or the terrorist level rebel faction. Who's this guy? Was he in the first season? I don't think so. This guy was. He's been given a position. He's the Lauren Bobart of the show, I guess. You got this tank. You got classic shots. This TIE fighter sequence is going to be a really interesting episode, because you guys, it looks like maybe a prototype TIE fighter. Maybe he's got to steal it, and then these guys. This looks like the same hallway at the beginning, so they're tracking Andor doing something. Almost got it right back, but we only get a few shots of some of the characters that were intriguing last season. So we're going to get some new characters doing some new things, and we're going to see Krennic do Krennic things. But yeah, I think that's my story analysis. You're not going to see any of the mythology. That's not really a penalty. But that makes it easier to tell a good Star Wars story when people don't have to rely on George Lucas mythology or try to understand it. All you've got to understand is how empires form, how fascism starts, and that there's a right way to fight it and a wrong way, lest you become like your enemy. And maybe there's some gray area in between that everybody has to figure out for themselves. The person willing to sacrifice the sunset or wherever the speech was. Anyways, I'm really looking forward to this one. I hope it rejuvenates some love for Star Wars. Maybe people will go watch Skeleton Crew, because that's a really good show. And I'll see you next time. I'm the Writing Riff, and that's been The Call.